Hi everyone, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel, where I will finally be starting the proper playthrough of Xia Legends of Adrift System in solo mode. Took me a while to get this one recorded, as the cold I mentioned in the introductory episode just completely sucked all the energy enthusiasm out of me for like a week, and I didn't feel like doing a darn thing. But I'm back now, and you may have noticed the board is a little bit different. It's because, as viewer Sean K pointed out, I goofed. I've been doing this slightly wrong, though, every time that I've been playing it. You're supposed to draw tiles until you've got 2 spawn points and 4 tiles, which should actually include near the base one. So that last tile I took, I shouldn't have, because I'd already gotten 2 spawn points turn up, and yeah, there was 4. Fortunately, about half the time, it didn't make that much of a difference in previous plays, because sometimes you just had to draw a whole bunch just to get 2 spawn points anyway. I think one time I ended up drawing like 6 or 7 tiles before I had 2 spawn points. Anyway, there it is. So yeah, unfortunately the nebula went away, which is too bad, because that was the plan for my first turn. So I've had to alter my plans. Alright, we will get into proper play. I can show you this now, the solo round summary. So what's going to happen is we'll just take our turn as per normal. It reminds us what bounties we end up having added to us. Each attack, whether it kills it or not, on a merchant or the enforcer, and each time you enter an outlaw planet, your bounty goes up by 1,000. But otherwise, you just do action business status as normal. Then we're going to put out another tile, whether we have discovered others ourselves or not. I guess just to make the board actually increase and be varied at a quicker pace. Then the NPCs will go. We don't have any active at the moment. We'll get around to that. Then at the end of the round, the NPCs get to gain fame points. We're going to roll a d20, make some modifications if necessary. We'll go over those modifications, and then they go up points based on the roll. So we'll have a look at that when the time comes. So we are going to start with my turn. I've put the Vagabond here by the Tigris Gate. Tigris. I think it's Tigris. So yeah, we are going to, well, you know what, we're right on an edge. So let's go ahead and spend 1 energy, putting the Vagabond down to 7 energy left, to go ahead and see if something nice turns up there. We're right on the edge, so we might as well. So we're going to build off the little square icon there, and we get Kreller 4, one of the debris systems. There is the square, so that's going to go that way, and we get another exploration token there. Not really what I wanted. I was hoping for a planet, except Loth. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm going to use my my engine once. I can use my engine 3 times, and I roll a d8 for it. Kind of have a plan. Oh, although 1, 2, 3. I think actually what I'm going to do instead is use my impulse power, which lets me move 3 spaces, because I specifically want to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, and we'll eventually do 3 right there. However, we are passing through a mission point, and it's a minor action to pick up a mission, so it won't interrupt the movement. We're going to draw 3 cards and choose one of these. Now, in the expansion, when you're doing it multiplayer, you don't choose these, you don't choose your mission or missions, if you're able to take more than one, until you've done everything else. You do it at the end of your turn. So you could, in theory, build up a whole bunch and then choose. However, when you're playing solo, it uses the old rule of being able to just look through and choose right away. So we've got a bounty hunter mission. Find and destroy any outlaw ship. Which, yeah, it would not put bounty on us because we'd be beating an outlaw. Drop off is Neo Damascus. We don't have any ships active yet. Oh, shuttle. Pick up passengers in Kreller 4, which we just... Ooh, yeah, we just got show up. And then deliver them to the lower stratus, which isn't out yet. Or Private Eye, fly to Tafjord, which is where I am, and deliver the intel, some intel to Kempler 2, which we know is going to turn up in the next, 6 tiles, now that we've put that one out. 6 tiles at most. Ooh. I think I will actually take the Private Eye one. Find and report illegal activity. The cargo ship Duster went dark a few cycles ago while transporting Star-class intel. It's possible her crew decided to sell to the highest bidder. So we're going to fly to... Well, we'll have to move off of this space and then back onto it to actually start. Oh, that's going to be a major action. Could probably do it on the way back. We're going to do recon by looking at the top 3 mission cards, and then the outlaw missions determine how much reward we get, and we'll deliver the intel eventually to Kempler 2, which is bound to turn up. I'm still a little snurfly from the cold. So yeah, we're just going to discard those 2 missions. Right, and then 3. So we are going to attempt to excavate. Let me zoom in here. Don't know how well you can see the space here, but there it is. So we're going to excavate and try to get one of these relic tokens. So we're going to roll a d20 on 1 to 10. We're going to take ice damage equal to our roll. Yeah. But on an 11 plus, we will get to pick up that relic. So, here's the rest. Big numbers. 10. Well, this is a miserable start. Okay. 10 ice damage, so we're going to have to put this all over the ship. So yeah, we need to add 10 damage. Oh god. Awesome start. 1, 2... Oh, and I forgot to use up an energy. Oh no, I used impulse. Haha, didn't use energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh dear, 8, 9, 10. I don't really want to put it on, well, yeah, I can put it there safely. I believe if you fill that all up, that well, no, it's not like, no, I think if I put that there, I actually jettison the cargo pod, which I don't want to do. So yeah, look at that. Isn't that an awesome first turn? We are getting the heck out right now. I did have a backup plan in case this happened. So we're going to go back to the board and see what that is. Alright, what we're going to do is head for the kiln, because when you're on the kiln, it acts as basically a little planet. So you can do all the planet stuff that you would normally do on any planet. That includes repairing, which we desperately need to do. So, going to spend another energy going down to 6. Now, unfortunately, because we have all this damage on, we're going to be doing a... going to be... just gotta move my thing. Going to be doing minus 4 on our rolls, because all 4 spots... Actually, let me remind myself on that rule. Right, I need to rearrange the damage, because if I put the damage there, I literally cannot move. So I'm going to have to use 1 damage there. This doesn't jettison. I double checked. However, it means it is unusable. If I had any materials in there, they would go out into space. So, however, we're still going to subtract 3, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm going to be dead at the end of this turn already. Alright, back to the board. Alright, I literally have 1 chance of getting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And no, it's literally impossible, because I have to subtract 3 from my roll, because there's 3 damage on my engine. I did roll an 8, so that means I get to move 5. So yeah, the damage is going to spread during the status phase, and I'm going to explode and have to respawn, and yeah, start over. Okay. However, in the meantime, let's just take advantage of the fact that I can move 5 spaces, and let's do, well, yeah, I'm only going to be able to do 1. But we're going to move here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to die anyway. So we're just going to blind jump through tiles and build the board up a little bit. Might as well do something. We're going to do 1. So we're blind jumping to the arrow. So, oh yay, a planet. Oh, a planet. Wonder if I can get there. I'm looking for the... No, I can't, because it's right there. So I actually bounce off Lunari shields. So before we move on, let's remember to put that there. So that's 1. Well, let's try to work our way around. 2, 3. We're going to blind jump there. We're on the crescent side, and it's Outpost 338, an asteroid field. And, oh, look at that. We're going to go straight into an asteroid field. Oh, wait, no. I was going to go this way. Duh. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and use an energy, putting us down to 5. We're going to get it all back when we respawn anyway. And go ahead and scan. Got the square icon, and oh goody, it's Loth. Well, get to see how NPCs work the first turn. Anyway, so first of all, we have to remember to do this. Put in a token, and now the outlaw will spawn. Let's have a look to see how that happens. Alright, here is the scoundrel who's going to go, and he's going to spawn by Loth. The spawn rules stay the same, so he comes into existence with a 2,000 credit bounty, as he normally should. However, the way he behaves is figured out using these cards. There are 2 cards per NPC, and each card has two possible behaviors. So we are going to randomly determine which one. The way I've been doing it is basically, say if I roll an odd number, I'll take that. If I roll even, I'll take that one. So, well, even so, the second card. And now, I'm going to say odd for the top one, even for the bottom. Odd, so it will be the top one. So, usual suspect. Almost the usual scoundrel. So its target will be the player, if innocent, which we are, and still will be when we respawn, because we have no bounty on us. So, on its turn, the scoundrel will first move towards the target, us. Then, if they are in range, as we see, the scoundrel has a blaster, which means they have to be right next to us. Then they will attack us and then move to go back to Loth. If not, in range, they'll move again, but at least they won't attack at that point. So we're going to see that in action very shortly. Because, yes, that is the end. There is nothing else I can do. That was a disastrous first turn. Alright, so that means we move on to the business phase, which doesn't happen because we're not on a planet or in a space station. So we're moving on to status, and you can see the way the new rules are. First thing that happens is freeze. That means that the ice damage is going to spread. Yes, the ice damage will spread here. There's that. And, yeah, our ship blows up because we have damage on every possible space. So, yeah, we will just take ourselves off the board, and we're going to have to respawn on the next turn. That's just terrible. Okay, back to the board. Now, the next thing that would happen solo-wise is, right, system expands. So we choose an unexplored location with the most adjacent sectors, pick an edge symbol, and then reveal a sector, and match the edge. So we can do one either here, 1, 2, 3 sides, or here, which also has 3 sides. So let's, I have no idea where we're going to respawn, so there's not really, yeah, let's put it over here rather than give the scoundrel more space to move through. So we are going to build off of, let's say, the square, right there. Oh, there's Kempler 2. Which is going to be our enforcer is going to come into action. So first of all, put that there, and yes, we get an exploration token up here. The enforcer is going to appear on the spawn point, and now we're going to decide what the enforcer's behavior is going to be. And actually, not only is the enforcer going to spawn, the merchant is as well, as we have 2 planets on their route. We now have Kempler 2 and Lunari. So the merchant's going to spawn at the second place that appeared, which is Kempler 2. Can't go on the spawn point itself, so I'm going to just, off camera there, place it just next to the enforcer. So for a turn where I got to do literally almost nothing, it's been a very eventful turn. So again, enforcer, and we will randomly decide card 1 and top or bottom. Top. Diligent, an enforcer trying to do the job. So its target will be an outlaw with the most bounty. If the bounty we have happens to be tied with everyone else, we're the target, naturally. So he's actually going to go after the scoundrel. This behavior, it will move towards the target if within range attack, and then it will repeat steps 1 and 2 one more time. So, put that there. And now, the merchant, how does the merchant act? Okay, I got even, so we'll take the first card. Got odd, so we'll take the bottom. Usual suspect, almost the usual merchant. So their target is the sell space on the next trade route planet, which right now is Lunari. So it's going to move to the target. If they arrive, the NPCs get +2 to their roll for their fame point, and then they'll repeat the steps. Now, we are going to go right into the NPC ramp next, because that was just the system expanse event. So yeah, follow behaviors, and if a ship is destroyed by an NPC, the NPCs get a fame point based on what level the ship was. If an NPC is destroyed by us, optionally draw new behavior for that NPC, and it makes things a little more interesting to do that. And I don't have the sellsword. I didn't do the Kickstarter quite that level. Alright, so back to the board, and we'll see what everybody does. Alright, first up, the scoundrel, who will in fact do nothing because we're not on the board, so we cannot be a target. Next up, though, will be the enforcer, who is, just remind myself, even though it was 60 seconds ago. Right, going to move, so if we look, playing on easy mode, the enforcer is going to move 6 spaces towards its target. And that'll be the scoundrel, because they have a bounty. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty much same distance either way. 5, 6. They are not in range, so they can't attack. However, they do repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, look at that. The enforcer is actually going to get to attack the scoundrel. We actually kind of don't want him to destroy it, because that'll give them a fame point. Anyway, the enforcer attacks with a D12 missile. So we are going to... That's it for just 1. Okay. And the scoundrel has a D6 shield. Doesn't matter. They're going to roll at least 1 and block it all. So, not much happened there. Next, the merchant is going to head towards Lunari. You can see the merchant moves 9 spaces. 7, 8, 9. Oh, they didn't quite make it, but they do get to repeat that, which means they're going to make it this time. 2, 4, 5. They reached it. They're going to get a +2 to their roll, which I believe is going to happen next, as that is all the NPCs. All right. So next up, we'll go over this in a little more detail now. So they're going to roll a d20. They get a +2 for every cube that needs to be cleared off the board. If anything gets jettisoned during my turn, at the end of it, they don't float around space. They are removed, so for each one that was removed, they get a +2. They also get a +2 for each 1,000 credits that they earned. They get a +2 for each fame point that they are behind me. However, we are both still at 0, so that won't matter. And yes, sometimes they'll get a bonus from the merchant, which is what's going to happen. So we are going to roll the d20 and add a 2 because the merchant did his job. 11, 12, 13. So we look it up. 13 means they get a fame point. Yes, they get a fame point. However, what happens there is we are going to get an event take place. So let's see what that happens. Power Crisis. Worlds are no longer protected. While this card is in play, all planetary shields are deactivated. Planetary shield rolls are ignored. Could use that last turn to get into Lunari and save my butt. Place a damage on this card at the end of the round. And that'll be the next round. And this card leaves play when there are 3 damage on the card. So for the next 3 rounds, there will be no shields around planets. We can just go right in. Shortcuts. Yeah, we'll be good. Well, that was kind of a bleh first turn. I mean, super busy because everybody came out to play. Yeah, let's go ahead and do one more because I won't have to explain quite so much this time, and it'll go much quicker than the first turn, and everything's all set up. Everybody's out. We won't have to go over all this again. So let's give this one more go. Now, when we respawn, another slight change. Normally, well, it wouldn't affect level 1 vehicles anyway. But level 2 and level 3 ships generally lose a turn when they respawn. That is not the case anymore. Everybody comes back right away on the next turn after being destroyed. And yes, we will roll to see where we spawn. However, in the case of a level 1 ship, you come back with a single damage. And it's higher for the others, I believe. So yes, we still have 1 damage, at least it's normal damage. We get to reset everything else, all our energy is back up. If we'd had any cubes, they would have gone away when we died, and we no longer have our mission, which is too bad because everything we need for the mission is right here. Right, so time to respawn. Okay, respawning is the same. We are going to roll the d20 and find the number closest to our roll. 14. So let me think about this for a moment. 14, we don't have a 15 or a 13. So 11, 12, 13, 14, or 14, 15, 16, 17. It's a tie. Right, had to check. Couldn't remember if it was higher or lower if it was a tie. It is higher, which means we are going to respawn way over here on color 4. So, what do I do now? Tell you what, because more sectors is better. We're going to go ahead and spend 1 energy, putting us down to 7, and we are going to explore this tile. Fingers crossed we get something decent. This is going to be a circle that we're doing it on. Oh, no, we got another debris field. Yippee. Oh, we're just going to stay in this orientation here. Get the exploration token. Oh, yeah. Well, let us do some moving. Let me think a second. Okay, first things first, realize I forgot to put an exploration token right there. So yeah, we are going to yeah, I'm going to use our engines. Going to roll a d8 and see where we go. Be nice if we could get a title, economist. So maybe we'll go into. No, okay, okay. What we're going to do first is we're going to roll, going to swoop around here, try to get another mission. See if we get a good mission. It's 3. And 2, as the minor action, we're going to pick up. Let's see, go over to the cards, and oh good, they're all ones where we need to attack people, and I have no weapons. This is just not my game right now. Oh wait, arms dealer? Oh, okay, smuggler. Pick up contraband from the Red Gulch, which is not out. I'm not going to do assassin because I do not have anything to attack anybody with. Anything going to be on the run. So I could also try to buy a missile outfit and sell it at Neo Vostok, which is not on the board, and I don't have room for that anyway. I guess for the time being, can always drop one if we need to. We are going to, see if Red Gulch turns up, and if they do, we'll try to get some contraband. Maybe, of course, we have to deliver it to Loth, which means we'll get very unpopular with the authorities. Well, we'll keep that one for now. Can always just say, oh, the heck with it, and replace it with something else. So, and then 3, oh, you know what? Let's see. Cyber, no, Cyber's not available yet. Okay, so we're going to go 3. Now, what to do next? Okay, let's, gonna use our engine for the second of 3 possible times. 1. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a chance. I know, what am I, crazy? Going to move into a debris field. If we double check the debris field, when we enter a debris field space, we roll d20 and we're fine on a 4+, which sounds like amazingly good odds. Yeah, we got a 12, so we're okay. And while I'm there, it's a minor action, so if we had more movement, it wouldn't have interrupted it. I'm going to use the Batea grid. And it's going to cost an energy, so we're down to 6. And we're going to roll a d20 and see if we can pick up something good. We rolled a 6. So we pick ourselves up a bit of plasma. The blue cube. So I put that on the cargo pod. Outside. Well, let's roll once more for movement, see what we get. A 4. That is not going to get us anywhere near that planet. So yeah, you know what? Probably crazy for doing this, but we will do that. I'm going to do that again. Roll. Better than a 3. A 4. Just survived that one. Use another energy. That's 5. To use our grid and pick up 5. We've got another plasma. We have 2 of these now in our cargo hold. That was minor, so it did not interrupt what I rolled, which I've already forgotten. Wow. Right, it was a 4. Which I just realized does get us safely into the planet if we want to go there. And, you know, it's safer than hanging around in space with nothing else to do. Because it was 1, 2, 3, 4. There are no planetary shields. We can get in there safely. We can't buy or sell anything. But while we're in there, next turn we can try to do the Explore token and maybe pick up another mission when we can do. That is the end of the actions that I can reasonably do. So next is the business phase, which means I get to reset all of my energy. I could spend my last 1,000 to heal my 1 damage on the ship, but it's only 1 damage. That seems like kind of a waste for just 1,000. So we're just gonna leave that be. That will, yeah, that's the end of the player's turn then. Next up, System Expanse. We're going to place the top tile somewhere. Just see, everything's, oh no, this has got 3, so it has to be that one. Everything else is a 2. Back in a bit. Okay, phone call dealt with. So, where are we? Right, we were going to put this tile out here. Let's go off. There's a little T symbol, and it's the Smuggler's Den. Where's the T? There it is. Okay, so it's going to stay in that position. Alright, there we go. Then the NPCs get to go. So the Scoundrel will move toward us. That's 6. He gets to sail right through stuff because there's no planetary shields working. That's terrible. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If in range attack, he's not. If not, he moves 1 more time. 2, 3, 4, 5. He doesn't get to attack though. And I wonder if passing through those still gets him bounties added. I'll look it up afterwards. It's not going to affect anything at the moment. Now the Enforcer is going to go after the Scoundrel. So we're also going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If in range, attack. No, but he gets to do it 2 more times. So 1, 2, 3. And he will attack after all with his D12 missile. 5. And the Scoundrel defends with a D6. It blocked it completely. It's not going well for the Enforcer. And then the Merchant, who has wonderful, nice shortcuts as well. Right, so he'll be moving 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going to get a +2, but now he gets to do that again. 5, 6. Ugh, that's terrible. The NPCs are going to get a +4 on their roll. And yeah, we're going to do that right now. Alright, at least they're not going to get any of the other bonuses. So we're going to roll D20 and add, oh, they only rolled a 1. +4 is 5, so they're still going to get 1 fame point. This was not a great first couple of turns. And then we will add a damage to the Power Crisis card because it's the end of a round. I wonder if I should have put 1 at the end of the previous round too, if it counted. It probably does. I'll see about looking into it and see if any of you have an opinion on that. So that wraps up a couple of rather lackluster turns on my part. Getting blown up right away is, yeah, not a promising start. Well, we'll see what happens next time. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and for liking the videos both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. It's very much appreciated. And we will see you next time for yet another turn in Xia Legends of Adrift System. So long.